Hi guys, Wayne's Butler here. Well, I guess this is going to be a review. As I know a lot of you guys know in my comment section from that last video, I've been chatting up a pretty big storm on this thing, and I think it's fair that you get to hear the poop, hear my final thoughts on this thing. Now, it is an awesome figure. Now, obviously, when you first turn this video on and you look at this and you go, wow, really awesome figure, and it is. Now, guys, I'm probably going to be shitting on this thing a little bit during this video, so bear with me, but you guys know me. I'm going to be brutally honest and straight up with you. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything, and you're going to get my honest opinion. So, as a lot of you guys know, again, from the comment section, I got a real issue with this cowl. Now, by itself, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I'm going to give you a close-up shot here in a minute, but I mean, it's sculpted perfectly. I mean, first off, let's talk about the positives. The positives are the suit, the sculpt of the suit, the proportions of the suit, even the manufacturing of the suit. Like when they cast this in a mold, I mean, the suit's perfect. Suit's perfect. No damn kneecaps here glued on here. They're molded in the way they should have been from Hot Toys. But anyways, and the boots. I mean, I think that, like I said, I'm pretty sure the boots are rubber, but God, they feel like leather. I mean, if you guys get one of these figures, you let me know, because I'm going to say they're leather. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're leather. But anyways, the boots are fabulous. Like I said, the proportions are perfect. The gauntlets are nice. Actually, the blades are kind of flexible, which is kind of good, kind of bad. It kind of screams cheap a little bit to me. And they are loose, like the Hot Toys ones. You can push them up there so they're tight. That's a little better. It tends to show the joint a little bit, But, I mean, that's not a big issue. If it was just that, I wouldn't be too bugged by it. The belt, another positive. Now, Retan, I can't really think of the guy's name, Retney or whatever, he did the first review on this, and he actually said the belt is plastic. Well, I can assure you that it isn't. It is actually metal. It's actually made like a watch band would be, all the individual links. So it is a metal belt, which is awesome. And it's very accurate. The color is accurate, and the detail on it is, really, really nice. And so then we get up into the cape here. Now, I guess we're going to start venturing into negative territory here. The cape, it's material that they should have been using. I don't know if they could use that in 1/6 scale. It's probably a little heavy, but it's not velvet. It's, it's more of a suede. It's very nice. It hangs beautifully. I mean, it hangs absolutely beautifully, but it's too short, and as you can tell, I'll keep this in shot here, guys. It's, it's not bad, but I say it is a little short. If you want to do the over the front thing, this kind of a movement here, it kind of loses it, It kind of loses it down in this area. It should kind of hang a little bit, especially on the Begins cape, because it is quite long. I know he had different lengths throughout the movie, but I don't think he ever had one that was quite this short. It is kind of scalloped, but it's kind of shallow scallops, which is actually probably a little bit more accurate, because when you look at the cape in the movie, when he's not flying, I mean, it doesn't look like it's scalloped. If it is, it's not scalloped very much. I actually prefer that cut, to the heavy scallops that we see on some of the Hot Toys ones. I actually prefer that cut, but it's too short. Then we get up into here. It's actually, there's two little metal plates in the upper part of the body. The magnets that come on this are actually stacked magnets. So you basically just peel one off, stick that on top, and then like you sandwich it. You basically put the cape in between the two magnets, and they are quite hard. They stick quite well. And on this particular figure, they're actually in the wrong spot. They should actually be up on the side a little bit more. But again, if it was just that, it wouldn't be too bad. The cowl doesn't fit really tight to the body. There's really a lot of space all around the top here, quite a bit of space. So you either have to bunch the cape up, like at the back here, to kind of hide that. Especially you want to do over the front thing, because you know, you really see the space. Or you can kind of bunch it up, you know, kind of like that to kind of fill it up. There's a big gap underneath here. I mean, you can pull the head forward, but then these things just pop off. And there's a V cut in the back. Now I know some guys are mounting it over the top. I mean, that's not necessarily movie accurate. So I was trying to do it kind of half and half. You know, in the V in the back, and then kind of coming over the front here to hide the gap. But you can't do it. It's either or. And you know, I don't like I wish Enterbay could have made their mind up. Either make the cowl more matte or the suit more black. Halfway in between these two colors is actually something that would be more pleasing to the eye. You know, I'm really critical. Like you know, the more money we spend, or the more money I spend, the higher my expectations are going to be, and I think that's only fair. You know, if I'm spending $500 fucking for a figure, give me a goddamn fucking $500 figure. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit pissed off, but I haven't had a really good day at work either, so I shouldn't actually be doing this. But I've had a couple of requests, and I think it's only fair. And you know, I'm sorry for the profanity, but that's how I'm feeling right about now. You know. I spent a pile of money on a statue, and I spent a pile of money on this thing. And, you know, all I want is something that's close to what I'm paying for. And I didn't get it with this figure. And the other thing that pisses me off is yes, the legs are ratcheted, the arms are ratcheted. I wish Hot Toys would do the whole ratchet thing. And the legs are ratcheted, but the fucking, you know, this joint up, it's all loose. Like, it holds the pose, but it's loose. It almost feels like it's broken, but this side isn't quite as loose, but, you know, it is what it is. And I didn't put anything on it. I know, like, this isn't a proper review, this is more of a rant, and, you know, I'm going to apologize, guys, because you might hear a few more swear words out of me, but, you know, I'm not Mr. Nice Guy today. I apologize for that. But anyways, the accessories are quite nice. Again, I'll give you a close-up shot here in a second, guys, before we cut out. The grappling gun actually is ratcheted. One of these pouches actually has the hooks in it, and you know, the accessories are quite nice. You got the mines here, some retracted, some not. You have a choice whether or not to put a cell phone or a pouch. You know, the instructions are kind of vague, but they tell you where everything kind of goes. And you know, the head sculpt, you know, I already talked about in yesterday's video. Most pieces are interchangeable. Anyways, and the stand, you know, the stand is adequate, but Christ, don't give me slot screws. You know, you got slot screws holding the friggin' top on. You know, it's light as hell. There's no body to it. I don't like that. You know, it looks like hell. I know a lot of you guys don't like the crotch grabber stand, but I'll take that over this any day. You know, this looks ridiculous to me. Anyways, what else can I shit about? Well, like I said, my big thing was the color difference. You know, yeah. This isn't actually plastic. It's actually a flexible, you know, not like more of a flexible plastic. And you know, it's sad. You know, it's really sad because the sculptors who work for Enterbay are world class, Hot Toys quality. You know, like the head sculpt on the Men in Black. You know, you couldn't get any more realistic than this. The sculpt on this is beautiful. You know, the neck's the right length. The human aspect of it looks like Christian Bale. I mean, it's fabulous, fabulous. And again, the sculpting in the suit is perfect. But other than that, they dropped the ball. They dropped the ball big time. Now, some of you guys might get this figure and completely disagree with me, and that's totally okay because I'm a guy who's really picky. And again, like I said earlier, relative to the amount of money I'm paying. Now, I know I overpaid a little bit, but I didn't overpay a lot. I mean, I think the Enterbay selling this for $4.20 free shipping. I paid $4.98, you know, another $20 for expedite. That was my choice, but that's not a whole lot extra. But, I mean, Okay, by itself, looking at that, you guys are looking at that in this video right now, and you're probably thinking, geez, that looks pretty damn good. Well, and it does. And it does. But again, relative to the amount of money I've spent, I'm completely disappointed. I don't like that bullshit thing here, the leg. I don't like the friggin' color difference. You know. I mean, the cape is, the material is perfect. You know, is perfect. The hem job is shit. You know, it looks like they cut it out with a pair of scissors and then they folded it over and sewed it. I mean, it's not the worst job I've ever seen, but I mean, it's just, you know, I don't know, guys. I'm really irritated. I'm really kind of pissed off. I mean, thank God, you know, thank God the Hot Toys is coming out with their quarter scale. Because I have absolutely no anxiety about that figure at all. You know, Enterbay 100% stands in the shadow of Hot Toys. And unless they start doing something different as far as quality control, that's where they're going to stay. You know, yes, they do the licenses that nobody else will do, and that's great. And their head sculpts are better than Hot Toys in some cases. You know, so they have guys down there. They have talented artists, but their assembly line work is a little lax. And they have a, you know, when I said yesterday about there being a hair behind Hot Toys, and that was, well, actually before I actually pulled the figure out, found even more stuff. You know, they're not only a hair behind, they're the whole goddamn toupee behind. But I don't know much more I can add here, guys. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing with it right now. I'm really kind of bummed about the whole hobby. You know, it's my own fault. You know, I have nobody else to blame but me. I can't blame Enterbay. I can't blame I can't blame anybody. We all make choices in life, and I made a choice to pay the money. I seen some of these things in the pics. I seen the fact there was a color difference. I thought then that I could live with it. That was the first red flag. I can't find any faults with the Hot Toys one. That's why I say I have absolutely no anxiety about that. It's sad that we have to wait till next year before we get it. But, I mean, that is what it is. I'll have to wait for it, and, you know, I just wish it was sooner. But I'm just frustrated, you know? I'm just frustrated. But I mean, this is it. I mean, you know, I'm not, like I say, I'm not taking anything out. I'm going to be putting back in the box. I don't know if I'm going to be selling it. I mean, you know, if somebody who's watching this vid wants to buy the figure, you know, you already know what I just told you. You know, the leg here is loose. I mean, it looks great. You know, it looks great. I'm obviously not going to be asking what I paid for it. That would be ridiculous. That would be unfair to anybody who I'd sell it to. I'm not going to say, you know, the figure's shit. Here, you want to buy it off me? Then ask, you know, $400 for it. That's, you know, I don't play those kind of games. But I'm going to have to think about it a little bit. And, you know, you guys want to give me some feelers? That's up to you. Now, I don't know. You know, we got Enterbay's coming out with some stuff in September, the second wave. I don't know if the second wave, I can't see the second wave improving some of these things because, like I say, stuff like this, that's just basic quality control. And if they don't have their quality control under control now, they're not going to have it under control in 30 days. You know, that's even ridiculous. If you think they're going to change the rubber compound to something darker or paint that lighter, I doubt it. In 30 days, I doubt it. See, that's one of the good things about Hot Toys and their 6-7 month pre-orders. Because if we can bitch long enough about things that we don't like, somebody can listen, and then often they change it. But you're not going to change a production line in 30 days. So I don't know what figures they're going to come out with. I don't know if they're going to address any of this. You know, Enterbay will probably never ever see this particular RANT, and be sure of that. But I mean, I don't want to shit on the company, but I'm just telling you the way it is, guys. I'm telling you what I got. I showed you what I got. You guys make the decision. But anyways, I mean, I got the belt. That's kind of cool. Let's talk about something happy. The belt's cool. Die cast. You know, you can actually use it. Maybe I'll wear this and run around the neighborhood and say hi, I'm Batman. But anyways, guys, that's my rant. Again, I apologize for the profanity, but when I get pissed off, my mouth kind of goes. So, anyways, Wayne's Butler signing off. Peace and love to all.